Hello, my name is Manav Rungta, and I am from the Helping Others Smile Foundation, here today to show you how to use Zoom. So, once you have started and joined your Zoom meeting, there are many different features within Zoom that one needs to know how to use in order to make full use of the entire application. If you don't know how to join a Zoom video, please see my previous video about joining a Zoom video. So once you have started a Zoom video, there are many different options. So the first option I'd like to show is a gallery view versus a slideshow singular view. So these two different views are mainly used if you have multiple people in the group call. Usually in some sort of a class, which is where Zoom will be used, you'll have multiple members join the class. So it'll be very cumbersome to see each individual person. So the first view we are in is called a single show view, or sometimes called the single person view. And the way this changes is that it shows only the person who is currently talking, aside from you. All the other people will be seen in the top where you see my name up in the top. You'll see all the other people up there in a sort of a scrolling bar in a very small picture. So you'll only see the person who is currently speaking. And as soon as someone starts changing their tone and someone speaks, their video will be shown. The other view is called a gallery view, which is shown here in the option in the top right-hand corner. If you press gallery view, it'll change it so that each person is shown at exactly the same size, including yourself. So if you want to be able to see each individual person in the class, maybe if you are the host, or if you want to be in touch with your family or friends or the other members in the chat, you can press gallery view in order to see each other person. Or you can switch back to the single show, or sometimes called speaker view. Now on the bottom, there are a bunch of different options. There's one called mute in order to mute the audio you are in. So if you don't want to have your voice heard in the video chat, you can mute your audio and I'll no longer be heard. It says you are muted now. You can tap that again to unmute yourself and to be heard again to the rest of the members of the chat. There's an arrow next to it with a bunch of different settings. I usually leave that the way it is because they're very complicated settings, and most people will just be using the microphone from the built-in computer or internal microphone, which is usually automatically selected. The next option is called video. It says stop video. So my video is currently running, as you can see on the right-hand picture. If I stop that video, it'll just show a name, the name that you used to enter Zoom. I can start the video again, and it'll begin my video showing to the rest of the members. So there is an arrow next to the stop video button, and that arrow will offer different options, usually just the camera that has been built into the computer. Sometimes if you have a webcam plugged in, it'll show that as an option. And choosing a virtual background, which changes the background of where you are. This feature is usually used for fun and does not have too much of a use, but it's available for use if someone wants to. Now there's a participants button, which shows how many participants are available. Currently there's only two, myself and the host. Now if I tap that, it brings up a little sidebar which shows which participant is available, and if their camera is currently on, or their microphone is currently on, as well as myself and a few options. Now below that, it gives a few more options, such as raise hand. Now if I raise my hand, it'll show a little raise hand button next to my picture, and that'll be shown to the host as well as all the other members, showing that I am currently raising my hand. I can lower that hand to remove that. Similarly, there's a yes, no, go slower and faster button to give gestures to the host or whoever is currently talking. I can also invite other members. Let's say you want to add a member to, maybe it's a family chat, or someone in your classroom does not have the link. You can invite them by email or by a room system. Usually by copying the URL is the very easy way, but usually the host will take care of that. You can press the participants button again to hide that. Now there's a chat button next to that. If you're usually in mute, you can send a chat to either everyone or a singular person. And if you type in something and press enter, it'll show on the host sidebar that you have sent a message. Again, you can press chat to remove that sidebar. You can also share your screen. Now this is a useful feature if you are trying to work on a group project or represent something that you are doing. If you press share screen, it brings up these different options. Now Safari is the only web page that I currently have open. So that is the only option it gives me. If I have multiple web pages open, or maybe PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, or different things open, it'll show those as options. As well as a whiteboard I can use to draw. If I want to show something from my iPhone, I can connect that via cable or via AirPlaying it to my computer. I can also record what's going on. So if I want to record the lecture for future use, or if the host wants to record it, I can press that, and the host has to give permission to record that. Usually the host is the only one that has that opportunity, but sometimes the host allows others to do that as well. Now that recording will be saved to the computer and be available for future use. There's also a reactions button, so I can show a clapping hands or a thumbs up, which is similar to the raise hand feature I mentioned earlier. So those are the main options. You can also become full screen on the top right hand side and make a full screen video, or exit the full screen. So those are the simple options of how to use Zoom and while you are in a current chat. You can also leave the meeting by press leave meeting and confirm that you would like to leave the meeting. So there you have it. That's how you use Zoom. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for your time.